This episode of the GBN Cast is brought to you by Netflix. For a free 30-day trial, just head on over to netflix.com/GameBreakerTV. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GBN Cast episode 4 for September 6, 2013. I'm Gary Gannon. Joining me this week on the cast is Mr. Mike Byrne. How are you, sir?
Yeah, see, hey, how are you, sir?
Hey,
see, it's the GBN Cast, and that's the way it's going to be.
Oh, it's not Twemo. Hey, let me change the background. Hey, it's not Twemo. It's white.
Hey,
all right.
There we go.
It's just white. All right. This is the GBN Cast, where we talk about what's going on behind the scenes of GameBreaker Nation, all that good stuff. Keep you guys informed in what's going on week to week to week to week to week. So some shows will have tons of stuff. Some shows we got nothing. So goodbye. No, kidding. First up this week. All right, what's the big stuff this week? Well, definitely the big thing this week so far is that we launched the EQ Nation forums. That is definitely the big thing we did this week. So forum.eqnation.tv is now live. We are working on eqnation.tv, obviously, to have a full-blown EverQuest Next website to go along with it. But the forums are now open and ready for you. Please head on over and start a posting, because all of these sites, really, you guys are the life's blood of a community site. And without you over there posting and creating conversation and just getting engaged, we got nothing. So we need you. Get over there and start posting on the forum.eqnation.tv. That is one of the big things this week. Also, that being said, let me pull this up. This is on GameBreaker here. We put a call out. We are looking for an EverQuest Next, one or two EverQuest Next people to work with us on the site. So you must be, first and foremost, an EverQuest Next freak. And EverQuest.
It's kind of prerequisite to make sense, right?
You need to eat, live, sleep, breathe EverQuest.
Gotta like EverQuest.
Looking for somebody that really knows even just EverQuest. Not just like you're looking forward to Next. Of course, you gotta be looking forward to Next, but somebody who even knows EverQuest. You know, played EQ maybe from the early on days, or at least played it. Knows the lore. We're looking for somebody who really understands and knows the lore and the background of Norath and all that kind of stuff. And you need to be a good writer. So we're looking for like one really solid person, maybe two, to fit the role to help out on eqnation.tv. We're going to build a couple pieces of content for this site. That's what we're really looking for this person to help out. So the two things, like, just so you guys get an idea of, you know, if you're out there and you may be questioning whether you fit into this role, like I said, A, gotta be a good writer, B, gotta know your stuff. Looking to make two shows for the EQ Nation right off the bat. One is going to be a lore-based show. So, and since we don't really have like EverQuest Next lore, since they're rethinking a lot of it, we thought it might be cool to do a show that's going to take people back and just start learning about the world of Norath and the old lore and, you know, just characters and stories and things like that. So we want to produce maybe like maybe a 6 to 10 minute packaged show all about the lore. So we're looking for somebody who can help with that and actually write that as a script. Somebody else would probably do voiceover, and we'll edit it and put it all together and make it look beautiful. But we need a writer and somebody who really knows that stuff. It'd be great if that person also can write news, you know, daily news. So there's like news pieces coming up here and there. So like I said, we're looking for one person, maybe two, if we don't find one person that fits both of those roles. But there's not an insane amount of EverQuest Next news coming out at this moment. So it's not like we need like a whole team of people. But if you love EQ and you're a good writer, I encourage you to go over to GameBreaker.tv. There's a post up. Just search on the front page. It's still on the front page. It's looking for EverQuest Next and EverQuest Next writers. And I'll give you the what we're asking you, the email address you can send your submission to is submit@GameBreaker.tv. That's the email address you can use. And we're asking if you link us any blogs you may have with samples of your writing. And we would like you to include to that email address, attach it, to send it with that email, a 300-word EverQuest piece, lore-based piece. So write something and send it to us and attach it. And again, not just a link to something. Links are good in the body, but attach something, because we're going to want to open up the email, read your email quick, look at the attachment, read those 300 words, and make a decision whether we want to like go further with you. And if your 300 word piece is good, we will then click on those links and read stuff. And I can tell you right now, it's pretty simple stuff. It's there. Submit a GameBreaker TV 300 word sample. If you send an email that says, "How do I do this?" If you send an email that says like, "Where do I send this?" If you send an email that says like, "What do I write about?" And like, we're just gonna trash it. So that's just the truth. It's pretty simple instructions.
Gotta love the honesty.
If
you can't do this, then we know.
Yeah, if you submit at GameBreaker.tv is the email address. You write a 300 word EverQuest lore piece. If that's too much, probably not the right candidate. Just saying. Got to be honest. Hey, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that's the next site we want to launch. A lot of it's pretty much ready. It's pretty much good to go, but I do want to wait and try and get somebody involved with the site. And also want somebody who's really social and wants to jump in the forums, because the forums are a big part of these sites now that we're doing this. Want somebody that's in the forums and wants to communicate with people, talk about the old days of EverQuest, and kind of just really engage people and talk to them. So also looking for somebody that's like, somewhat social, a little bit outgoing on the forums, things like that. So submit at GameBreaker.tv is where you can send that. As soon as we get that in place, the full-on website will commence. But again, go over to the forums, start posting, because that is like the life's blood. So that's the big thing this week. Next website up, being built, is going to be WildStar. WildStar will be the next one on the list. And then I'm not sure yet, so I'll let you know. We don't have any more ready to go. WildStar is like ready to be worked on. Our web dev guy had told us everything's ready to go, so we can start making it look all pretty and building content. So that'll be next. One other thing I wanted to address. I thought this was really interesting. A lot of you guys out there, we get this. I get a lot of tweets every time we launch a site, especially. I get a tweet, and we get a lot of things from like, "What are you guys doing at GameBreaker? You're splintering the community, and it's all breaking apart, and this is such a bad idea. You guys are making like 8 gajillion sites." So I want to share something with you. And I'll just share it with you.
That's it.
I don't even know if I need to really have explanation behind that, but that is basically when we started launching more sites. So we haven't really splintered anything. We've kind of doubled everything. So not everything, but a lot of it. So a lot of your fears of, the community splintering, it's kind of going just according to how I kind of thought it would. It's not splintering anybody. The core GameBreaker people who have been always hanging out on GameBreaker and been longtime fans who love the site of GameBreaker are still hanging out on GameBreaker. And then we created these other sites, and some of you guys are checking those out, like the XIV Nation and stuff. But then we also brought in a whole lot of new people, especially into XIV Nation, that probably would have never hung out on GameBreaker before. So those are new people in addition to the community which we had before. So that chart kind of sums up. And so there's no fear of like, this isn't breaking down. Nothing is breaking down. There's definitely clear to all of us, and by that you can see that is not.
And it was something we were scared of, right?
Oh, yes.
when you started bringing this up, all of us in the back end were like, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
I spent a year thinking about this. It's been about a year since I've really held off doing this, because I kind of thought the same thing a lot of players thought. Like, wow, are we going to splinter off the community and they're going to start getting segregated, and like we're going to lose people? And we went for it, and there it is. So now we have that's the real deal. Those are analytics. That's data. That is obviously what players want, and that's what we're going to give you guys. So, like I said, I don't think it's going to make the actual GameBreaker community any worse. It's only going to make the GameBreaker better, and the GameBreaker Nation, when it launches, even better, because we have more people to be a part of the GameBreaker Nation and cross-pollinate and play games with. So that is the whole point here, is to make this thing awesome. That's about all I've got. I've got a question here we can hit up, but you got anything going on? What do you got going on for the week?
I do. I got 2 things, actually. One on freetoplay.tv. I'm still looking for one more writer for that. That's not as specific as the other sites like the XIV Nation or the EQ site. Those Nation sites, very particular. You're going to write about that game. On free-to-play, we're kind of going to stick you to a genre. So if you like MOBA, you're going to cover pretty much every MOBA story that comes through. If you like MMORPGs, that's going to be your thing. And what I'm looking for is just one more volunteer to write one review per month and one news story per day, Monday through Friday, and I don't care when you write it. So
There you go.
if your availability means you write at 2 in the morning and have it something for me to post in the morning, great. We can work with that. So submit at GameBreaker.tv there. And then on the XIV Nation side, we talked a little bit last week about the XIV Nation free company inside Final Fantasy XIV. That's going to be part of the GameBreaker Nation. You can watch last week's episode for details on that. We have created it. It is in place, but we will not officially be inviting people into it until GameBreaker Nation as a whole launches. For those of you in the meantime that are in the link shells, feel free to join other free companies if you would like. If you want more details on GBN, keep your eyes posted here. But the official one is going to be part of GBN. So there you go.
All right, cool. So we got a couple questions, and we got a video question, Michael Byrne.
Sweet.
We've got a video question. So let's check this out. A video question.
Here again. What's going on, GBN Cast? Core Gaming here again. First of all, I want to give you guys a huge thanks for this new UReport feature you guys have on your websites. This week alone, you guys have helped me gain over 1,000 views on my YouTube page, which you guys have helped me gain over 1,000 views on my YouTube page, which actually almost over 1,000 views on my YouTube page. Alone, you guys have helped me gain over 1,000 views on my YouTube page, which actually almost doubles how many views I have on my YouTube page. I think you guys have helped me reach so many more players with my new World of Warcraft Beginner's Guide. Second of all, my question for you guys this week is actually about the UReport. I kind of feel like I've been spamming you guys a ton this week with all my uploads, and I kind of want to know, do you guys have any more rules on the UReport? Am I spamming you guys? Am I uploading too much stuff? Should I stop? Or is it cool to just keep uploading, whatever I got? Alright? Thanks for answering my question. I love the show, and keep up everything you guys are doing. It is awesome. Thank you.
Core is killing it. Core is killing it. So, it makes me so happy to. That is like that's actually I didn't even watch that before the show. I didn't even get to watch his comment, his question.
Oh, really? I watched it just before the show, and I was like, I didn't. Really cool.
I didn't. That's why I had no idea that we like basically doubled. That's awesome, and that's exactly what we made it for. Like that's exactly why we did it. Like to kind of push you guys to the forefront, making some great content, and then even elevate that more to another level. Sometimes with some of you, there's been a few people who have even gotten promoted to the front page. So that's what UReport is all about. If you guys haven't checked it out, UReport is a section on all of the sites now, all across the board. It's on GameBreaker. Is it on GameBreaker? Yes. Wait. It is. Yep. Yes. It's part of everything. I just want to make sure. It's on GameBreaker. It's on XIV. It's on Hearth Nation. It's on all of them. And what it is, it's about you guys doing the reporting. So there's a whole section of the site that's just built on whatever you create. So if you're a video content creator, you basically go there. We've got, I know we've got to kind of flesh this out a little bit more and get some more sort of text on the page to explain what UReport is. And I need to make a video that maybe intros it and kind of talks about it a little bit. And even the button to submit is a little bit wonky. And I know it's a little bit hard to find for some of you guys. Let me point that out real quick. So if you go, look on the right-hand column on any of the sites, and you'll easily find this a banner that says submit your UReport depending on which site you're on. And it's going to go to a different place depending on what site you're on. So make sure you're on the right site where you want the content to go. But basically, if you're a content creator, you make a video, you post it up to YouTube, go click that, submit your UReport. There's a form you fill out. You give us the link. It's your YouTube channel. It's your YouTube name. It's all your information. We post it up in the UReport section of the whichever site. Now, to answer your question, no, you're not spamming us with too much stuff. I mean, not right now. We're not being overrun. I've kind of actually been holding off slightly because I didn't want to I'm not trying to pimp it insanely in your face because I almost don't want to be overrun with a lot of stuff because, if everything is being done by a human. So it's not like we have some automated system like YouTube where you just post it and it goes. It does actually get looked at by a human. We make sure that the video is just good. We don't want basically not a troll video. So if you just send something ridiculous, it's not going to get through. Anyway, which happens once or twice maybe. So don't do it. It's just ridiculous. It's not going to go anywhere. But no, keep sending stuff. We're not, you're not overrunning us, and that's what it's for. So if you have 3 spots at the top of the UReport page and they're all yours, hey man, somebody else better jump in there and start sending some stuff on the UReport. That's all I can say. That section is for you guys. So, you know, I would say think as content creators, you should definitely think about your cadence of delivery though. So, and that has a lot to do with how big your audience is. So we learned over the course of GameBreaker for a long time is that, you know, if you have a small audience, and it's not, you don't have a ton of people, right? If you release too much content too fast, you're going to overwhelm people and they're not going to watch it all. So you might want to spread it out over, like, you know, if you made 3 videos in one day, you might not want to release them every day. You might want to break them up and do 1 a day or something. The larger your audience grows, obviously the more content you could put out because you may be hitting different demographics, people into different games. So like, you know, something like GameBreaker, you know, we post, I don't know, 10, 12 pieces a day, somewhere around there. It works because we're hitting all different people. So when you're making very specific content, let's see, like on an XIV, if you want to send 3 in it all at once, go for it. We're probably going to post all 3 at the same time. We're not going to gate it. As soon as somebody's there ready to look at it and looks at it, it's going to go up. But you may want to think about that on your end because you may benefit from kind of holding off a little bit. So,
yep. Yeah, you can't possibly spam too much content there. I mean, all it's going to do is give us more content and maybe post a fraction of a second slower because we had to watch 2 more things. Don't worry about it. Throw your content in there. If it's good, it will go up, and it will go up fast. There you go.
And there you go. It works. So UReport works, obviously. We doubled his numbers. So congrats to you, and thanks for sending in your content. So, and you guys out there, gals, making content, send it.
And what we use it for on XIV Nation, and I think, you know, this might be your intent with some of the other sites too, is we get our featured producers that are front page stuff from successful UReports. So on XIV Nation, if you're pumping great content in there on a nice, consistent basis, and it's high quality, and the people are voting for it,
you'll probably get an email from Michael Byrne.
You'll probably get an email from me that says, "Hey, I need a slide that marks material as yours, please, because you are now front page. You don't have to do squat. I will grab your videos as you put them on YouTube."
Now, to be fair,
that's where we get those content producers.
Don't send us an email asking for that, though. Like, I'll be clear. Like, don't, because you're not, you say you're just going to kind of, like, it's don't. Like, that is on a, like, we will decide on that. It's just start submitting your content. We're watching it all. And when we feel like it's a consistent, you know, good cadence of content where it's coming out consistently, it's quality stuff, that we will definitely approach you. Mike sends you an email, and then we'll push you to like a promoted premier producer.
We've gotten that before. It's, you know, what do you guys look for? Is it the number of subscribers on my YouTube? No. I don't care. I don't care how many views you get. I don't care how many subscribers you have. I care about you pushing it on UReport and what my friends at XIV Nation rate your videos. If they like it, it needs to be on the front page.
And one other thing we've been doing, I did this with some of the other content. So it's kind of like a twofold thing. One is right now, and it's kind of a technical limitation. And I know some of you guys out there and gals maybe do text-based guides, and you don't maybe do video. There's a technical difficulty with us sort of taking text-based guides through UReport and the way it's set up right now. So we've kind of said through UReport, we are only accepting video, which is kind of what GameBreaker is all about anyway. It's about video. So it's only video. We originally said we were going to... We originally said we were going to do text-based stuff, but it really became a really big issue. It really had to do with a lot of things like formatting, and some people sent in some guides that were awesome. Like there was like all kinds of images and graphs and charts and icons and all this cool stuff. And it was taking us like, it was going to take like 2 hours for us to take this document and somehow get it into our system. It's like, we just can't do this right now. I'm sorry. But that being said, if you do have guides that you want to do text-based, put them in the forums.
Yeah.
Put them in the forums. So this past weekend, I was trolling through some of the forums and I was looking for some of the areas for the instance guides, and all of a sudden I saw a couple posts in there, and they just had crazy amount of views on them. And actually I saw it on our analytics. We watch real-time analytics. I was like, wow, there's like all these people looking at this guide, and like, what is this? And I clicked on it. I went in there, and it was a dungeon guide. And it just so happens that one of our forum users started writing up dungeon guides in all text-based in our forums, and everyone was loving them. Like, they had tons of views, tons of great comments. Everyone was just like, this guy's awesome. This guy's great. This guy. I just went in and basically turned those into text-based guides, and they're now on the front page of GameBreaker because they're great. So if you do make great text-based guides, I'd encourage you, post them into the forums. we will be on top of watching the forums as much as we can possibly be. And if they are that good, we will do our best to pull them out of the forums and actually make them into posts on GameBreaker. So I did that with about, I don't know, 6 to 8 guides this weekend, and they're all really good stuff. So that's what
that was my message. I was like, where did all this stuff come from on the homepage? Did you put this here?
Oh, like, I was trolling the forums. It was just in the forums. It's like some user just made all these great guides. These are awesome. I'm putting these up, and you're just like, wow, the front page just got slammed with like 8 things. I'm like, I know, but it's great stuff. So that's what I would say we're doing with text-based guides. All right, so let's see. Seth Miller has a question. In regards to the event planners and officers, are you only looking for people with open schedules, or can those with oddball playing times apply as well? So let's see. I actually have Missy. Actually, she couldn't make the show today, but she gave me an answer here. So I guess she's saying the idea here is to have like weekly events planned out in advance, and you definitely wouldn't be working alone. So we don't like, we're not looking to like put one person on a game. You're just totally like a lone wolf. So you would have basically next week's event schedules, like, already sorted out, discussed. However, we do want event planners to be able to for the most part, be present, at these events. So there's a little bit more of a commitment from event planners, because what we want to do with the event stuff is not only have the event planners be planning these in-game events for the GameBreaker Nation, but I want them to be there to be able to record this stuff and document it, right? Like when the GameBreaker Nation like takes down like some, like Garuda or something, like I want video of that. Like I want screenshots of that. I want to see, the GameBreaker Nation screenshot at the end of everybody lined up. So I want to make sure somebody's there, and that would be the event planner to make sure that stuff happens, fraps the entire boss fight or raid, and also take some pictures and stuff. And there's going to be a whole new section on all of the sites going once we get this launched, called GameBreaker Nation, the GBN, which is going to be dedicated just to this. It's dedicated just to the guild, just to the GBN. And that's where we're going to post all this stuff. So daily, you're going to start seeing like what you guys did the night before, what's coming up on the event calendar, what's happening today, in what game, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you have a really oddball schedule and it's all over the place, it may not be the right thing for you. I would say, figure it out. If it's really just constantly erratic, it may be a little tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it may be a little tough. Michael Byrne, you got anything else for the week?
No, sir. That's it.
I know the question. When is the GameBreaker Nation happening? Again, I still don't have. It's technical moving parts in the background. Don't have it yet. I'll keep answering it every week that I don't have
4
a date.
episodes, and that's been on every episode.
It's on every episode because I know that's what people. Because everybody's waiting. I mean, you kind of can guess that like when we're gonna launch, it's probably gonna be at the top of the show. I'm not gonna wait till the end of the show. So if the top of the show, I don't sort of be like, "Hey, we're doing it." We are working on it. A lot of moving parts, a lot of meetings, lots of stuff going on. So everything is pushing forward, and I will keep you guys posted.
Looking really cool though.
But keep all this stuff coming.
Really
keep the questions coming. You guys have questions about this, UReport stuff, all the stuff. Keep it all coming. It's looking awesome. Hope you guys like the new sites. Everybody's having a great time. The communities are bustling, and a lot of great new people come into the GameBreaker Nation in the past couple weeks. So, Mr. Michael Byrne, thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Have a great weekend. And thanks to everybody out there watching. You guys are like the hardcore of the hardcore watching this type of show. So I know you guys are like the backbone of GameBreaker watching the GBN Cast for sure, because this is like a show like another. So thanks so much for watching. Keep those questions coming. Submit at GameBreaker.tv. You got a question for me? You want to ask me whatever about the GameBreaker Nation? Just keep sending them. I'll keep answering them until we can get things going, and I'll just try and keep you guys in the loop as much as I possibly can about what we're doing. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you in game.